있는 그대로의 맑고 깨끗함을 지켜가라고. 겨울을 잊은 강물이 내게 말했다. 맑고 깨끗한 칠성 사이다.
비트에 몸을 맡겨라.
새로운 영웅은 언제나 환영이야.
오버워치 5월 24일 출시. 예약 구매로 누구보다 빠르게 친구와 오픈 베타에 접속하세요.
회의가 좀 늦게 끝나서.
아 그래요? 괜찮아요. 그냥 게임 몇 판 하면서 기다리고 있을게요.
아씨 뭐 하는 거야 아이고. 아 오라고 좀. 뭐 철 만들었나 부서지지도 않네.
K3에 지치지 않는 열정으로. Passion is my fuel. The new K3.
지금 바로 여기 여기요.
치킨 먹고 갈래. 한 번 맛보면 매니아가 된다. 치킨 매니아.
자네가 그 치킨 매니아인가?
RC 세대 교체를 위한 입단 테스트가 시작된다.
이렇게 구우면 어때요? 기가 막히죠?
CF가 대세긴 한데 다음.
우리도 한번 봅시다. 단장 양반 입단 테스트.
크리스탈 하츠포 카카오 지금 다운로드 받으세요.
피자통, 떡볶이통, 짬뽕통, 보쌈통. 대한민국 모든 배달음식 통을 응원합니다. 배달은 우리가 돕니다.
피자 마루 지금 먹고 싶어. 피자 마루 빨리 먹고 싶어. 너무너무 맛있는 피자 마루 최고야. 오히려 피자 마루.
전설이들 당신의 이야기가 시작된다. 드래곤 아이드 지금 시작합니다.
I know what you think. I know how it looks. Like a thief come back to ask for what he already.
소개팅을 1년 만인데 혹시 소개팅 자주 하세요?
Knocking on a door that you've been fighting hard to close. Your friends all swear you.
저는 중국어 조금 할 줄 아는데 혹시 중국어 배워보실 생각 있으세요?
That you see a change from the past, taking me back again. I'm waiting,
이런 여자 어때요?
waiting. At the end of this hope I have, I'm waiting.
네, 좋아요. 한 6시 정도 만날까요?
Edge of a heart attack.
난 아무런 생각이 없다. 왜냐면 아무런 생각.
저는 누가 오든지 상관없어요.
I haven't told you everything. 강민수 선수가 어려워하는 상대를 뽑고 싶어요. 솔직히 키워 너무 많이 해먹었어요 지금까지. 장난하지 말고 주성욱 선수랑 윤영서 선수랑 바꿨으면 좋겠어요. 또 미쳐볼까 갑자기 미쳐 날뛰고 있어요. 축척돼 있던 제 평택 수돗물이 올라와가지고.
If you want to survive, you must stay with us.
김준호 선수가 편하게 우승하려면은 저를 좀 바꿔주시면 영서의 알파고스로 생각이 좀 놀랐고요. 족발집 위치 좀 알려주시면. 다음에 시드 받으면 그냥 반납할래요.
에너지 음료 핫식스는 GSL과 함께합니다.
2016 핫6 GSL 시즌 1 콘테스트. 엔타로 스타크래프트 2 친구여, 엔타로 GSL 형제여.
2 players remain. Only one will move on to the round of 8. This is the final best of 3 for tonight. Sue against Cure. I think Sue might take it, but we do have upsets. We do see revenge matches occur as these players slowly download each other as the night continues.
Yeah, we saw that yesterday from Tasia over Trap. Lost the first one, won the second one. And it's actually going to be their first time playing today, but either way, it's going to be a really interesting match because Cure, great matchup for him. Sue's pretty good in the matchup too. And Cure showed some great games against Solar. Some nice builds.
Absolutely. Let's see what happens between these 2 players. Sue really got outdone by Zest back there, but I think we have to forget about that game. It's a different matchup. And, you know, I think Cure is good, but the difference between Sue and Solar in the ZVT matchup is very, very clear. I mean, we saw Sue, Solar.
For sure.
Yeah, for today, which is right now the only thing that matters.
Yeah.
We saw Solar just not even with proper timed mutas. He got in there and it was like Cure just had the response. Certainly Sue is going to take note of that. Will we see him go for muta play this time around? I'm not entirely sure.
Well, we're going to see Lilac Crest for map 1. This is the last map that we had for Cure versus Solar. Cure had a really nicely done methodical slow push when they were both at the top of the map. So let's see if he can kind of replicate that play here again against Sue.
All right, guys, get ready. Tell your friends to tune in and join us here at Tastes and Valdez, casting the final best of 3 for tonight, Group B in the GSL Code S. In the upper left, in the blue.
SK Telecom T1 Sue.
Lots of fans tonight for Sue.
Hell yeah. Based God Sue. Bottom left in the red, our Terran player, he is.
Gina Green Wings Cure.
The only player who was looking directly at the camera in all of those shots was Zest. from the 4 players.
Eye
He got out
contact.
first.
That's right.
It looked like Kira was faced more towards the camera in his shot, so maybe that means something, Tasteless.
Yeah, man. Hold the X button to build Tech Lab.
Okay.
The hot,
Yes.
the hot tips here. The hot tips.
There you have it, guys.
There you have it.
We figured it
Hope
out
you guys
on the
are
GSL.
hope you guys are taking notes. Okay.
What a sign.
We have we get all some random stuff here. Now Cure is going to go for that Reaper build. Is this the right way to play against Sue? And is Sue going to cheese? He does mix it up. Now once again, the SCV scout to the bottom right of the base to see if he can spot an Overlord. That will indicate to him if he doesn't see anything, might as well head to the top. Welcome to the studio, guys. Thanks for coming down. They don't have headsets in, so they don't know what I'm talking about.
They don't know what's
Don't worry.
going on.
When they rewatch the VOD, they're going to see it.
Yeah.
And they're going to see it 10 more times because they're going to be rewatching this over and over.
It's what I do on my time off. I never do anything but rewatch StarCraft VODs.
That's right.
Or watch the StarCraft that's live.
And I've also never ever played another game in my life.
No way.
No
Tasteless.
way. So we have a Reaper coming up here. And it looks like he might be able to get this first drone. He's going to have to turn that into an extractor and or a... Oh. What? That was kind of funny. The Reaper took the damage there.
Yeah. He actually could have killed that drone. But as it was not on the creep, couldn't really make anything. But either way.
I think he could have gotten that. Going for this drone here. Drone's very softened up. If he could just... Oh, God, it's at 1 HP. But did he overextend? Reaper backing up now. Not looping around to the top, staying down here on the edge of the creep.
Yep.
Probably more important to him that he makes sure he knows if there are lings heading out of the base.
Yeah. Keep in mind that Sue was watching the games of Kira versus Solar, so he knows how he likes to play in this matchup. And we have the same exact build coming out of Kira.
Well,
I mean, it worked.
He can
twice, right? So.
Yeah. Well, also, we might end up with well, I guess this is a different build actually here from Sue. But yeah, as far as Kira's going. Now, remember, Kira got rank 1 on the ladder. A lot of times people get rank 1, they got like one build in each matchup. They are grinding that out and doing that perfectly. But using just one build in a matchup like this can be bad, and I can't believe that Reaper got away. How crazy is that? 6 HP until it regens.
That's the small difference between Sue and Solar. You saw it right there.
Yep.
3 lings catch the Reaper on the cliff, deny the scout, so that he doesn't know there's a third base, or that there's not a third base, rather, and he doesn't know that the lair is about to finish.
Now he takes that out. I don't believe we had a Widow Mine made. If we did, I missed it, but he's going for tanks now.
Oh, okay, so this isn't the same build.
Yeah, it's a variation. And now we have the Spire. And it looks like he's decided that perhaps he should just get quicker mutas because his opponent was not interested in defending mutas right away, and he has also zoned him out pretty effectively. So he might just be saying, you know what? I can probably just get these mutas out quicker and have more momentum to where the Liberators aren't playing a role in this game. And maybe I can use that to actually get map control here. Now, for Terran here from Cure, we have some tank harass.
Yeah, just going to use one tank here to fly in and start shelling some of the units. He may even scan, try to catch the tumor and stop the creep spread.
This is also a nice little soft contain. He can just pick up and leave, but Lings can't get out now. That's one way to just kind of control this game. Well, this is a problem. If he loses this, it's huge.
Oh, that was really close.
Yeah, I actually thought he was going to get it for a second there. And
Marines join up here.
Now, I think this is a little bit dicey here. That medevac is very low, and we'll see how he handles this. There are 14 Lings being made. I'm not sure how many mutas will be coming here. We see the gas banked up, but the larva count not that high. And he's just going to try to leapfrog this forward, keeping the injured medevac in the back here. And this is like right before mutas can come out. This actually might do the job.
Yeah, the Lings are popping out here, but they're immediately getting killed, and so many of these Marines survive the medevacs.
I think he just did it.
Wow.
Hold on.
Is he going to have enough Marines, though, for the mutas? That's the question.
That is the question, but he's actually getting potentially a lot of drones. It's 5 drones killed here. Yeah, 7 drones picked off.
The drones all bunching up now, getting more and more kills.
Okay. That was a funny moment in this game, but it was pretty smart. He did the push right before he could start the mutas, so the mutas started later. The Lings were handled quite well. Let's see how the 2 Liberators fare, and the turrets here too.
Trying to get that turret up here. It is going to complete. And
Wow.
now 2 Liberators
Dude,
pop out just in time.
Talk about split second. Man.
Oh, yeah. Talk about timings.
Really nicely done.
Yeah. Keep in mind that he was making those turrets while microing his attack. That's what it takes to be one of the best players in the game.
Yeah,
sure.
That was a really clean play here. Maybe Cure has a better shot than we were giving him credit for. I mean, certainly he's riding a high after those games against Solar.
Yeah, and he's really strong in the matchup. I'll say it again. And it's going to be interesting. He wants to take this third base, but for now he's kind of weirdly contained by the Overlord and the Mutas. Like, he doesn't have enough to deal with the Mutas, so he can't really push the Overlord away.
Yeah, but if the Mutas are out of position, a little bit of a back and forth here. Baneling's Nest is about to finish, and he's getting 1-1 for ground, melee, and attack. And, of course, Muta attack damage going to be good.
Yeah. Gonna finally push this Overlord away. Green commentators, I believe, were talking about the positions on this map. We didn't really talk about it. Not so good for Sue. It's kind of like
not good for
how
Sue.
how it was for Solar. Just you know, different positions on the map, but same deal where you got to break down your back rocks if you want to connect to your 4th base. You can't take the one close to the Terran. That's suicide for your 4th base for sure.
He's missing an upgrade here. There it is. It started now. Getting that armor there for his infantry. We're not going to see any pushing from Terran at all until Stim is done. So in the meantime, he's just going to be staying back here now. Zerg is getting Corruptors. That's because the Mutas alone have a hard time against the Liberators.
Liberators, even just 4, can fight up against those Mutas. Some Lings waiting here. And Kira just playing very defensive. You know, he went for that one attack, and that was about it. Now he's just, you know, he's getting all his upgrades. He's getting the Stim, adding more tanks in. And it looks like as Stim finishes up, he's going to try to put on some more pressure.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. 1-1 is not far away for Zerg.
Yeah, and Bailing's speed about to finish too. So definitely going to help out in the push. There are a good number of tanks. I think there's about 3 or 4 already out on the map.
Okay, he's going to start edging forward now. It's going to be very important to see how the trading goes in this push. Infantry level 1 is done. Zerg's still waiting for a few more moments before 1-1 attack for his ground army is ready. A good amount of Liberators here, but the Corruptors, of course, going to make them back up.
Look at how methodical this push is, how slow this is. He sieges up on the edge of the creep, and then he just scans. And then he doesn't move forward here for like 30 seconds until he's sure that he's got an army big enough to move forward the next step.
In this time, because Terran didn't get that much ground, the drones are able to transfer out. You can see them rallying up here now over to that base, which is very important. He wants to make sure he can get that over there in time. This is not quite synced up perfectly, but he probably thought it was more important to get those out and over there instead of having a 4th base that he can't actually use just yet.
Scanning the main, he wants to see if Hive is on the way.
Ooh, good controls. Nice picks. Combat shield's almost done. That's going to make the infantry a lot more beefy. Zerg is continuing to spread out here in the northeast. Mutas, again, very badly bruised. Corruptors don't have as much utility without the Mutas there. It looks like Cure wants to push, and he's going to do something interesting. He notices that there's not much creep over here on the center area of the map, which is just a longer distance for Zerg to attack into. Now, some people would advise against trying to attack the top centers, and Zerg can flank you very easily with reinforcements. It's a tough one. Some people would actually advise that you just push towards the main every time, because all you have to do is win that push, and you, like 95% of the time, win the game. Zerg here with a lot of Banelings out.
Sue has 2-2, wow.
Okay, he's cut off circulation from the ramp to the rest of the map. This may trigger the Zerg to attack up here.
Here we go, Sue rolling in. Here come the Banelings. Nice targeting from Cure, getting those Banelings and keeping a lot of his Marines alive in the back.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. The Marines still staying strong and steady. The Banelings actually soaking up a lot of the tank damage, which is not ever what you want to have happening.
Yeah, look at this big bio ball now. He's got a decent amount of Banelings, but he needs some more links to tank.
Okay, he needs to throw this tank over here and start hitting right outside the hatchery. More reinforcements are going to be coming here. 10 more Banelings on the way as well. I'm not clear what the muted count is, but I think it was diminished
Yeah, it's
pretty
it's
heavily.
pretty low.
So Zerg won't attack until this 2-2's done, which is happening right now.
Yeah, look at the creep. It's totally non-existent at this point. Here we go. Baneling's rolling down again.
Oh my god, the tank hits on the Banelings are perfect.
Yeah, and the Lings pushing forward. Now look at how many of these Marines survive.
I think we got the game. I think that
there
does
it is. Unbelievable. Kure is playing some sick TVZ today.
Yeah, he just knows what's going on. That should be game. There's more Banelings being made. Now, there are on creep. Maybe you get some good connections, but there are also reinforcements, Marines and tanks. Yeah, there it is. GG. Kure takes game number 1. He is one win away, folks, from moving on to that coveted round of 8 spot.
Looking pretty happy with that win. And he certainly knows how to play that map. I'm sure you were talking about him getting number 1 on the ladder. I'm sure he's used that build quite a few times, Stasis.
Yeah.
Looks very practiced and clean.
I don't think that we should see Su 2-hatch again. Kure is okay against mutas, guys. He is fine against that. He knows how to...
Like, go ahead and mute, make them. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll kill him.
Pretty wild game we had back there. Let's see what Su can't do to come back. Su's been known when he gets behind in a series to do some kind of cheese to try to balance it out.
Yeah.
But is Kure that kind of player? This guy likes his Reaper opening. He likes to scout around.
We're going to Raxure again. So I suppose Su could cheese again on this map?
Maybe. I mean, this is the most congested GSL map. That might be the kind of game Su wants to play, is one where he can just keep the Terran back. But then again, a Terran that's maxed out on a map like this is really hard for Zerg to kill.
Oh, yeah.
Because
imagine all the
you never get a good surround. Yeah, I mean, you can juggle tanks for days.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us. This is game number 2. Su against Kure for the spot 4 fight to get into the round 8 of the GSL Code S. In the bottom right in the blue, he is.
SK Telecom T1 Su.
Su. Gonna have to win 2 in a row to get out of his group here.
In the upper left, in the red, our Terran player already up 1 win.
Genial Green Wings Kure.
Kure. I concur.
So, do you think Su's got it in him to come back in this series tasteless?
Well, you would think so, right? But that last game was interesting because I think Su played a much cleaner game than Solar did, and Kure still smashed him. You know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's see.
There's the pit of lava again.
That's right. That's where the loser goes. Yep, we throw him in there.
Su is on the ropes.
But don't forget, there's also a pit of lava over there by Kure's base. Could be Kure going in there as well.
Kure going to make this on the low ground. He's not scared of anything that Su is going to throw at him. Generally, I think if you were going to go for a cheese, it would have to be like Nidus or Baneling Bust at the front, I suppose.
Yeah, Nidus wouldn't be bad. Thing is, Nidus like always has a place in the early part of any expansion or like major patch. But I feel like the longer the game's out, Nidus probability of winning, it gets lower and lower. And let's not forget, Solar, by the way, was winning a lot of games with Nidus.
It's true.
Like a lot of games with Nidus. So just some food for thought there. And, you know, we're later on here, and now Solar isn't doing so well. So there might be something to that. I'd be interested if somebody could compile all the Nidus games and when they occurred and when they were working, you know?
Yeah. You know, once it became immune while it was not hatching, but I suppose coming out of the ground or whatever it does.
Like unburrowing in that location.
Players had a lot of trouble with that, but then they realized they could just like surround it, you know? And they found out different, oh wow, Reaper goes down. That was a mistake.
That's actually a pretty big mistake, guys. You kind of have to keep the Reaper alive the whole game. Well, not the whole game. All right, let's like the first 5 minutes, you want to keep that alive? Because that way you can check. I mean, if Su wanted to, he might want to, this could trigger him to do some kind of all-in. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because you don't remake the Reaper, generally speaking. You have to keep making Marines. The Reaper is a little bit like the Cyclone in like TVP, sometimes a TVT, where it's like you get one of them, and they have this degree of functionality. that allow you to get these other units that you can oftentimes get punished otherwise while you're trying to get them.
And then you just don't make any more Reapers.
Yeah.
One is enough.
And eventually it dies off and it doesn't matter, just like the Cyclone.
Yeah. Look at this. We got a different build from Cure. He's going for fast stim. I think he's trying to mix it up. He's going to, looks like, probably put on some pressure with the double drop, I would assume.
Yeah,
Lots of Marines that come out with stim.
Valdez. I think you are right about that.
So
we have Overlords trying to get into position so he can maybe sacrifice one Overlord to scout the main and see what the strategy is.
And keep in mind, Cure did the same build 3 times. You know, in terms of, I suppose the first game was a bit different where he didn't go for the Widowmine drop, but he still did the pressure with the tank. So this might throw Sue for a loop. And just looking at the way that the map is laid out here, that third base is very far away from the main, so it could be hard for the Zerg to get all of his units in position to defend against this kind of double drop.
Okay, double medevac.
Roaches definitely going to help out in the defense.
And we've already seen now that Sue has taken this in a completely different direction. He's not going to be doing this Muta rush. If there are Mutas, it's going to have a different role in the game.
He's going to be the first Zerg today to try a different strategy that isn't Muta's first.
You know what? You're right.
Gear.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. And it looks like he's going to go for that composition. Roaches and Ravagers. General just wants to mix it up. Here's the double drop coming out of Cure.
Okay, medevacs are moving out now. Now, to be frank, against Roaches, the drops are pretty strong because the Roaches never catch up. And actually, the fact that there are Marines there, if I were Zerg, I would think, oh, he maybe isn't dropping me. Even though drops are incredibly common in this matchup, when you see Marines like that, that can oftentimes just trigger something in your mind.
There it is, the vision of Sue. The drops are coming in. Does he respond? He does.
Stim is going to finish the moment this drop starts up. Really
Look
well
at how
timed
many
out.
Marines there are in Stim complete.
Stim, do it, do it. All right, he's coming out.
Going
Head
directly.
for the hills, drones.
Going right for the drones. He wants to do that damage. Look at this army for the Zerg. That's not enough. Not against this many Marines with 2 medevacs.
Okay, now this is interesting. I thought he might have gone for the pull, but this is actually perfect. Oh my God. What if Terran had a sentry and he stasis that right now?
There's another drop in the third. Here we go. There's only 2 Roaches over here, and that's a Widowmine in the drop. Oh man, Curie's pulling them apart.
Okay. The drones are trying to come back. He's actually going to get the lair.
Goodbye, lair, and goodbye, Sue.
See you in nerd hell.
That is unbelievable.
I can't. Yeah, what? Okay. Well, he definitely picked the right build. First of all, I did not think Zerg was going to go for Roaches on this map. This map, like I said, it's easy to get your army congested here.
Oh, man. Adding insult to injury.
Backing out now.
Notice how the Observer pointed out the Overseer twice. That never scouted anything.
Wow, this game is just a complete and total disaster.
Could have gone in there and scouted the builds, you know? He needed to get that scouting information to know this was going on.
I don't know. I mean, Sue got beat down pretty hard, though, too. Let's keep that in mind by Zest. He might be a little bit off psychologically. The Army's now going to meet up here, regrouping. And you know what? I don't know if this is enough Roaches. Marines are generally not that good against Roaches, but at the same time, the Marines don't have to face the Roaches if there are medevacs flying around.
Yeah. Cure is just playing it safe. He's like, okay, I've done so much damage already. I can just go for a follow-up attack and probably kill him.
Coming down now, he will be able to take the third base, and I think he might even try to push. It's not as easy for Zerg to do the counterattacks on this map.
For sure. He's going to try to attack. That's only 1 Ravager. And with 3 tanks already out on the map and the ramp at the third and everything, it's like, oh, it's not looking good. Sue finally gets this base back. He doesn't even have a lair anymore. What a weird spot.
Yeah, I mean, when you don't have the lair, it's like you've been knocked into the Stone Age. Even though we're still early in the game, you have to have that. And obviously the lair is not something that makes quickly. In fact, Sue may just go for an all-in here. That might actually be his best bet.
Yeah, that's what he's trying to do here.
He's not going to try to play from behind. He says, okay, I need to either win this now or nothing at all.
Nice pick up there on the tank. This is a lot of Roaches, in fact. The Cure seems pretty confident to stim forward.
Oh, but he took some big hits there. miscontrolling that just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a bit of overconfidence here from Kieran. This may just work.
You know, those Ravagers, they did connect. You know, the artillery did hit that. Okay, so this was actually well handled here from Sue. This was poorly played at the start, but he actually did the right thing. He was so behind that he said, okay, I need to just commit with this, and that's why he's still making roaches, by the way.
Yep, 10 more on the way, but...
Problem is he didn't kill that base and he didn't get the workers, so he's just trading army with a guy that basically has a superior tech and a superior income.
Next time he attacks, Kure is going to have +1 attack, more tanks, Liberators in the mix. This is going to be a much more sturdy Kure, but that is a lot of Ravagers now. This is morphing more.
And you know, the Ravagers are quite good against the tanks and especially the Liberators. In fact, he might actually want to avoid Liberators and just try to weather this attack here. Tanks are still back here.
Nice position on the tanks down the ramp. You're going to be shelling those Ravagers.
And you know what? I think if Terran pulls SCVs, he wins this.
Yep, SCVs are pulled, trying to go for the surrounds.
I think he just barely has enough. Now he's hitting these tanks, though, with the Ravagers. That's pretty big.
Those tanks doing way too much damage for too long in that fight.
Now he lost 13 SCVs, but that's fine.
Yep, he's got 3 bases, no tech for Sue. This has been shut down. Nicely done by Kure.
Yeah, he did it. 15 more roaches. Right now, Sue is a broken machine. Now, he was kind of forced in this position. Problem is he never got the CC. He did kill some workers. Okay, I'll give him that. But the worker count's actually basically even right now. Like the slightest lead here for Terran. And
it was an all-in from Sue.
Yeah, I mean, it was an all-in post.
It had to work.
It was an all-in post that harass there, and I think he just didn't expect the harass. And you know what? Kure was really smart about this because Kure did a different build this time around. He was doing kind of the same thing the whole time, and so Sue tried to mix it up, and he just went for this build. And, you know, roaches, one of the reasons why we see mutas used a lot in this matchup is you can at least answer the medevac drops that are happening every time.
Oh, look at this army from Kure. No way can Sue fight into this. He's going to have to try, though, picking up those tanks, and he does land some good corrosive
I think we see GG here after this battle fails. I mean, there's just not much he can actually do.
There it is. Even the Liberator wants some action.
Yeah, Liberator says, give me a piece of this. There it is, GG. Kure is moving on in a big upset. He is the 4th player to move on into the round of 8. Completing half of the next round in the GSL Codex.
Very unexpected results for me. Personally, I thought Solar was going to get through.
Man.
I don't know.
Here.
But we are going to have that interview with Kure, so I'm going to switch out with Sojung.
Sojung coming over here. Oh my God, it's the great Adabisi in the audience, the great observer who now works at DreamHack, and there's Ayunka as well. Oh! And now I'm here with Sojung to get this translated.
Hello, guys.
What an upset. That was crazy.
I know. Sue has lost again, guys. Oh, I feel really bad for Sue.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel happy for Kure. What a special day. A lot of people were saying, Valdez especially, that he wasn't going to get out of this group. I was just modestly agreeing with him.
Yeah.
But he did manage to do it. He's made it. He only got 4 spots left in the round of 8 for GSL Codex, and so far I think we have a very nice lineup.
The second person and the last person to get out of the death group is Jinner Greenwings Kure. Congratulations.
자, 오늘 2번째 진출자가 됐습니다. 소감 어떠세요?
근데 제가 숙소에서
Actually,
연습을 하면서
when I was practicing,
토스전은 솔직히 좀 자신이 없었어요.
I didn't really have much confidence for PvP, so I lost a lot. So I prepared around for PvT, and it worked out well.
네, 말씀대로 오늘 저그전에서 아주 좋은 모습 보여주시면서
Well, as he said, he did really well for PvZ. He tore down Solar and Sue. He seems like a totally different person today.
느낌도 들 정도로 자신감 있는 플레이를 하셨는데
Very confident.
비교할 수 있을까요, 저그전?
저그전은
Asking for tips.
성주 옆자리라.
Well, I sit next to Maru,
성주가 공격적이거든요.
and Maru is very aggressive, and I learned his style. And we have Rogue.
병렬이랑 또 석현이 형이랑 연습하다 보니까
And I played with Hyun too, practiced with him, and then I gained a lot of confidence.
굉장히 날카로운 공격력을
Well, it was there were a lot of sharp timings from him.
선수가 그런 문제가 있을까요?
And she's asking about SOS.
유진이 형은 Well, SOS is kind of difficult to practice against because his style is kind of you can't predict what he's gonna play. And he says, "Yeah, I just fall in for it all the time, so I just don't try to practice with him."
프로토스전 주성 선수와의 경기는 좀 아쉬운
Well,
결과가
yeah,
나왔습니다.
so that's why he lost
끝나고 나서
TVP
어땠어요?
against Zest. Maybe lack of practice. And he says, "I knew it was difficult today, but if I did better, I would have won because I saw it the last part of the game. And after it was over, I kind of felt bad."
적극적으로 플레이를 했다면 가능성이 있었을 것 같은데 아쉬움이 남았던 것 같죠. 저그전에서는 그런 좀 갈팡질팡하는 모습이
But
전혀
there were
보이지
no
않았어요.
hesitation for
오늘
TVC
마지막
from Cure.
최종전
The final
1세트에서도
set,
사실
the final match, the first set,
근데 그런 이후에
his plan was
바로
kind
다시
of
한번
defended
제공력을
the
감행할 수
tank
있었던
medevacs,
판단은
but
어떻게
he
내릴
had
수
another move,
있었는지.
aggressive move. 솔직히 탱요선에서 Well, after that tank medevac move, I thought it would end the game, but 좀 잘 막으시더라고요.
And he calmly defended against my plans. But I knew that I caught a lot of drones, so I activated my third base, and I knew I would win if I went from there.
된다는 느낌을 좀 인지하고 계시나요?
토스전도 그랬으면 좋겠는데. Well, I wish I could get confident as much as I am for TVP as well as I'm confident for TVZ.
A조의 첫 번째
And now
뒷줄자인
he
김준호 선수와
gets to
만나게
go
됐습니다.
against
사실
Hero, the
피하고
first
싶은
place
선수가 김준호
for
주성
Group A for next round.
선수였거든요. 어떻게 생각하세요?
진짜 이번에 운이 좀 안 좋은 것 같아요. Well, I think I'm really unlucky this time, very unfortunate, because I have the worst groups ever, but I'm still going to practice hard and make it up for my TVP and show you guys better games for TVP.
네, 이렇게 된 거 올라가기 위해서는 그냥 다 넘어야 할 산이다.
Well, these are mountains that he should overcome to win this tournament.
각오를 끝으로 들어보겠습니다.
Let's see what he's got to say for round of 8.
Well,
I showed a lot of bad games for TVP, but for the next game, I will try to get over Protoss and show you guys entertaining games.
다음 시즌 시즌까지도 축하드리고 8강 때 뵙겠습니다.
Hell yes.
And congratulations to Cure.
자, 이렇게
And
해서
I'm going to
오늘
hand this
죽음의
over
조
to
2조의
Valdez.
승자 김도욱
If he
선수를
doesn't want to come, I'll finish.
자, 오늘 경기 모두 마쳤습니다.
He's coming
오늘
back.
경기 최종 정리 확인해 보시죠.
All right, that does it. Good job, Sojung.
And now you're casting with Valdez.
Valdez is back, and he is an orc. Okay, so we are back. And these are great results. Some predictable, some very surprising. Zest goes on, and Cure goes on. And in just a second, we're going to take a look at what the brackets are. Now we have the upper half of the brackets.
I was just working it out, actually, on the couch while I was waiting. And this is going to be pretty one-sided for both matches, I'd say.
I think so. I hope I'm surprised. I hope I'm wrong. But I think we're going to have a PvP in the Final Four. Hero against Zest, which, by the way, I am fine with. Well, oh no, wait, never mind. I don't understand how brackets work. We might have two Protosses not facing each other in the Final Four,
On either
which
side of the bracket.
I am fine with.
Yeah.
So, guys, that does
No
it.
Zergs.
No
Sorry
Zergs.
to cut you off there, but
No.
no Zergs.
No Zergs just yet, but I'm sure we'll have
Poor
some
guys.
squeeze through. And really just cool stuff, man. So Group C and D are going to be in the next week. Valdez, thank you so much for subbing while the mighty Tosis is casting Heroes of the Storm.
It's been a pleasure, Tasteless. This is our group. It's got 3 Zergs and Dream. So Dream will get to show off his nice TVZ that he's got going on.
And by the way, I think there's a good chance that we have 2 more Zergs moving on out of Group C. Dark is in great form.
Dark gets through 100%.
I think so. I mean,
they might as well already put his name in the bracket. There's no way he doesn't get through in my mind.
For the final group, it's going to be Deer versus Bunny to start it off, and then Myunchik versus TY, and after that, we just see who's won and who's lost and go from there.
This is an interesting group because both Bunny and Myunchik are not pushovers, you know? They're both fantastic players. I think Deer and TY are the favorites to get out of the group. Deer playing some fantastic StarCraft these days, and TY one of the best Terrans we got, but Bunny showing some good stuff here and there, and Myunchik definitely having a good run over a Pro League in the finals, or in the playoffs rather. So, yeah, in the finals that SKT was in.
Yeah.
So,
Well, guys, that does it for us here tonight. Thank you for joining us on a special day, Saturday, where we don't normally have the middle chunk of the GSL broadcasted. We'll be back onto the normal schedule of Wednesday and Friday. Valdez, it's always a treat casting with you.
It's been awesome casting in the new studio.
It's been fun. This new studio is awesome. Very excited to have that. Thank you guys again for joining us. We love you. We will see you again on Wednesday. Take care. Good night.